Hey everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to find the minimum and maximum value present in a column in MongoDB database with the help of Spring Boot. So let's get started. So if you want to watch the entire tutorial how to connect Spring Boot and perform post operation, you can just click on the card that is appearing on top, because in this video I'm just going to show the maximum minimum operation. So if you're good with this, let's begin. Okay, so before going into the code, let me explain you the existing class that I have. I'm having a class named student, and inside that I'm having three values, which is roll number, name and mark, and we are going to find the maximum and minimum value for mark. So if you don't have any integer value, please add one. Okay, so mark is of type integer, and also make sure that you have inserted some data in your table similar to this. I'm having id, name and mark. So you can do this if you watch that previous video that I told you. So first thing is, just go to your repository over here. You'll be having a repository, all right. So we'll be writing a MongoDB query for this with the help of the aggregation annotation. It's going to be public integer, because my variable mark is an integer. So we will be getting the maximum mark that is also going to be of type integer. So this function will return an integer. So it's going to be public integer max. This is my function name, all right. And I will just go here to the top of the function. It's going to be capital A aggregation, and within circular bracket it's going to be pipeline equal to, and we are just going to paste this particular query. So this query basically groups all the document. It groups all the documents. This particular thing stands for that, just grouping all the documents, and returns the maximum mark. So maximum from this mark key alone. So that's what this particular query does. So you can just pause the video and type this out, and be super careful with the double quotes, the dollar and everything. Okay, you need to be super careful over here. So it has here 4 curly brackets, here also 4 curly brackets. So let me just copy this, and I'm going to just paste it here. So it's going to be somewhat like this. It's going to be max, and for min it's the same thing. We are just going to copy this, paste it here, and rather than having here max, just have here min here also. Next thing is, let me just go to my controller, and I'm already having my post mapping. Okay, the post operation. I'll just copy this, paste it, and this is going to be get mapping, because we are not going to post it data. We're just going to get the maximum and minimum value. So we will have get mapping, and let's have this as get max, and it's not going to be void. It's going to return an integer. We are going to send an integer to our postman. So it's going to be public integer, and if you have long, in some cases you may have long also in your column, you need to return long. So that's basically up to you. You also need to have long in that case. And add student, it's going to be get max, and we are not going to have any request body. We are not going to send any data from postman, and it's going to be return student repo dot max. The reason why we are having max is because inside student repo we are having here max. So you need to call this function. Okay, and this is for getting the maximum value. Just copy this, paste it. It's going to be get min, and min over here, and this is going to be student repo dot min. So this path will give us the minimum value, and this path will give us the maximum value. So just rerun this. So this is quite similar to writing custom queries in MySQL and Spring Boot connection. So if you have done that, you would know this. It's similar to writing a custom query. So now we are good. So let me just copy this path, go to my postman. So it's going to be get. Make sure that you're changing it to get, and I am running it port 8081. Make sure that you're adding the necessary port over here, and rather than having get student, it's going to be get max, and body it's going to be none. Okay, get this path HTTP, not HTTPS. Make sure you're checking that also. And now we are good. It's get max. So if I just send it, I'm getting status 200, and I'm getting 85. So if I go to my compass, here you can see the maximum mark is 85 and the minimum mark is 6. So if I just go here and put get min and send it, here you can see I'm getting 6 in the output. So this is basically how you find the maximum and minimum value of a column in Spring Boot by using MongoDB database. So I hope you would have found this video useful. Do check the playlist of my channel. I've done a lot of videos in programming AI as well as CRUD operations using MongoDB, Spring Boot, MySQL, Node.js, and OpenAI and Gemini AI API tutorials. So check the playlist, subscribe me. Thanks for watching.